Once upon a time, in a bustling city where cultures intertwined like threads in a vibrant tapestry, there lived a couple, each with roots stretching across continents and traditions. She was born in a Western European country, but held tightly to the customs of her Middle Eastern heritage, while he hailed from the very city they called home, steeped in its own unique way of life. Their differences were a source of richness in their relationship, but sometimes they became the grounds for misunderstandings. One such disagreement arose from the simple act of spending the night at a friend's house. To her it seemed peculiar, even unsettling, to sleep over at a friend's when they had a home of their own mere miles away. In her culture, family bonds were strong, and the idea of leaving one's spouse and children alone overnight was almost unheard of. Her husband, however, saw it differently. His friendships spanned across a spectrum of lifestyles, including those who lived by their own clocks and rules, unbound by the constraints of a traditional schedule. These friends often hosted gatherings that extended into the night, where laughter and camaraderie filled the air until the wee hours of the morning. Their clash came to a head one evening when he casually mentioned his plans to spend the night at a friend's after a get-together. To her, it felt like an imposition, a decision made without considering their family's needs, especially considering her advanced pregnancy and the demands of caring for their young children. As emotions flared and words were exchanged, it became apparent that beneath the surface lay deeper issues of communication and understanding. She felt sidelined, her concerns brushed aside in favor of his desire for freedom and spontaneity. He, on the other hand, felt unfairly criticized for seeking solace in the company of friends, a respite from the responsibilities that weighed heavily on his shoulders. In the aftermath of their argument, amidst the silence that stretched like an unspoken barrier between them, they each took a moment to reflect. She realized that her cultural upbringing had shaped her expectations in ways she hadn't fully recognized, while he acknowledged his tendency to overlook the impact of his actions on their relationship. In a quiet moment of reconciliation, they found the courage to bridge the divide that had grown between them. She voiced her need for reassurance and consideration, while he expressed his desire for understanding and freedom to connect with his friends. Together, they forged a path forward, built on a foundation of compromise and mutual respect. In the days that followed, they worked on their communication, each making an effort to listen and understand the other's perspective. He promised to consult her before making plans that affected their family, while she pledged to be more open-minded and accepting of his need for space and connection. And so, in the tapestry of their relationship, a new thread was woven, one that celebrated their differences while honoring the bond that held them together. As they navigated the intricacies of their multicultural marriage, they discovered that true harmony lay not in erasing their differences, but in embracing them wholeheartedly, finding strength and resilience in the unique blend of their love. You can be too understanding in the sense that you prioritize his well-being and minimize your own needs and wants. It is not okay or typical in most cultures for a grown adult with a wife, and especially not with children or a pregnant wife, to sleep outside the home if it's possible to get home safely. Uber, ride, etc. Unless someone forced him to get married, he made the choice to begin a new chapter of his life, leaving behind some aspects of single life. Why does he need to stay the night? Is he too drunk to drive home? This opens the door for risky decision. making and poor health outcomes. Is he having a great time with friends? Maybe plan more frequent gatherings or cookouts that people can attend. Why doesn't he host any of the events so he's already home? Are they too inappropriate for kids? What's happening at these events? Drinking, game board playing, dancing. This comment you made kind of broke my heart a little. I've been there, pregnant and exhausted, and trying to wrangle young kids into bed. Have you told him you feel this way? I'm pregnant with young kids. I don't feel like you're understanding where I'm coming from and brushing off my needs as your wife, your partner. I'm growing a child. We both.